So, I've done my research this morning. The thing is, yeah, it's actually Friday, by the way. I know I said yesterday, but that I might. Where's my calendar? Can you see? I'm not sure what you guys can see of this. It is Friday, August 14th. Aaron is currently at work. So anyways, what I'm going to be bringing up today is probably something, well, it needs to be said. I've seen it go a little too nuts all over social media. There you are. Because, much like John Green posted this week, it's like 454 days, that's more than a year. We have more than a year until Election Day, which is early November. It's always early November. It's the first Tuesday, I believe. I'm not going to check the calendar because that's 2016. So, I understand that people like to get emotionally invested in politics. It's very true. They say things that fire you up in good and bad ways on whatever side of the aisle you're on, or if you happen to be sitting in the aisle waiting to get trampled. I don't know. Anyways, so I don't know who I'm supporting yet. It's a year out. You know, when it comes to Trump, yeah, he's saying a lot of things. That's it. He's saying a lot of things. He hasn't even put down, like, he said stuff in debates. A debate. He said stuff on the campaign trail. He said stuff that is terrible to hear. But he's just saying it. There are a lot of things in this world that are said and never acted upon. Because maybe it's just my little bit of quirky brain structuring, but I've had a lot of people say things. I've had a lot of people, okay, we'll go on the way out. I've had a lot of people think things and tell me after the fact that they thought that, but they didn't do anything about it. They didn't even say it. Then I've had the people go that step further and actually say something. And then I've had people think something, say something, and then do something about it. Like, technically you can still say something and say it publicly, and then there's like making policy or whatnot. And it's like, I spent a lot of time on gaming. I don't care what game you play. Whether or not you're like, boo, World of Warcraft, or boo, Star Trek Online. I don't like it, it's not the same game anymore. I don't care about the past and stuff. Online gaming has trolls. The internet has trolls. God forbid. You know, you go somewhere on the internet and you don't have trolls. There's clickbait articles all over Facebook because it's clickbait. And right now Trump is clickbait. He's trolling us. You can sit back and get worked up over what he says because he hasn't done anything about it. He has said terrible things. He's also said some really good things. He has said some things. When I was actually going through the list of shit Trump has said, I Googled it. Shit Trump has said 2015, because he said stuff in 2003, because that's what Trump is. And it's like, come on, folks, quit getting worked up over someone who's just saying things. You don't know he's going to make it past the primaries. You don't even know that he's going to make... I am a firm believer that because I understand the president-making process, that, it's like they go through background checks. They go through obviously criminal background checks. They make sure that you are abiding by the Constitution, i.e. you're born in the United States. That's why I never questioned it. That people were like, oh, well, we need to see the birth certificate. And I was like, trust me, they've seen the birth certificate. The public hasn't, but the public doesn't need to. They need to have faith in the Constitution and the government as a whole. The birthers were like people that really were just so anti-government, so anti-Constitution, it's not even funny. Because going through the process, it's like going through all the bureaucratic paperwork you do at the DMV. That's basically what they go through, except there's more, because it's a bigger position than getting a driver's license. And Trump is going to have to go through a lot of financial transparency. I've said this stuff on Facebook, but I've got 337 followers, and I guarantee you that none of them, well, 50, about 50 of you are actually friends on my Facebook. And we'll say about 10 of those actually see the stuff I post. Some people are just casually tuned in. So, anyways, no guilt trips, but I'm just saying I post a lot of this stuff on Facebook because I own up to what I say. And that's why I'm putting on the vlogs, because my Facebook is relatively private. But I'm putting on the video, and this is going to be searchable on YouTube. I'm owning up to what I'm saying. Has Trump said some bad things? Yes. Has Trump said some good things? I don't know if they're good. He's definitely said some true speaking things. The rude sort of thing. They're not bad, and you're just sort of like, So it's just not, but he's just talking. But anyways, back to the point. He's going to have to go through so much financial transparency that it's not going to happen. And if it is going to happen still, he's already secured himself. Here's the thing. He owns a lot of stuff. He owns a lot of stuff. He is a billionaire. If not borderline. I actually checked up his, net worth. Let's ask Google right now. Okay, Google. What is Donald Trump's net worth?
Donald Trump's net worth is 4 billion United States dollars.
Okay, so he's a billionaire. Thanks, Google. So, yeah. There's someone, a comedian or something. We don't understand how billionaires live. Like, we people, at least at my level, we look at like $10 million lotteries and but to billionaires, $10 million is like $20. Is nothing to them. I can't fathom that. I can imagine it, but I can't fathom it. So, his money is secure. His image is secure. He owns so much property. He could literally go away and shut himself away from society, and he will still be being rich. This is how this works. He doesn't care about what he says. In turn, since he doesn't care what he says, he has a motive. And it's not to become president. It seems crazy for someone like him to become president. Maybe vice president. Like Dick Cheney. Not president. Notice Dick Cheney didn't run for president. He was vice president. So I can see Trump maybe doing vice president. However, before you comment below, but go ahead and comment below because I can't stop you, his ego will get in the way of becoming a vice president. I'm not going to deny he has a giant ego, but anyways, so people are getting worked up emotionally over what Trump said. He's just trolling. Whatever his motives are, his motives are. We don't know what they are because he's been kind of involved in politics a lot. Does he believe in Republican mindset? Who knows? He's only said what he believes. Now, do I believe what he says? It's hard to believe what a lot of people say these days. I've been duped a lot. I'm terribly gullible. And I've become jaded to not believe what people say and to not take what they say with much credence because you can say anything. The internet shows that. Come on, folks. But until you do something is when your actions actually matter. Is when what you're saying matters. So he's talking to to cameras. He's talking to people. But his image may be tarnishable, but his baseline is not. So whatever he's doing, and I've thought of this, it's like he's messing with electoral process, obviously. Because if he doesn't want to become president, why is he running? Why is he saying this stuff that's getting these people fired up for I hate him, and these people fired up for I love him, and even these people fired up for like, oh my god, I love and hate what you're saying. Why is this happening? Why is he so far and above other things? Because he's trolling. He knows America's trollable. And he might be getting more people involved in the voting process. At least the primaries. Maybe he wants to get more people involved in the primaries. Because you don't become a billionaire in politics. You don't really become a billionaire having kooky, crazy religious ideals. You can. But if you think about it, you become a billionaire being a capitalist. You become a billionaire in a way kind of sacrificing your morals. So, does Trump believe what he says? Probably not. Is he getting the goat of a lot of people and getting them involved in a process they probably wouldn't normally be involved in because, it doesn't mean that much? So, that's that. I don't want to make this on too terribly long, but but in the end, just realize he's just saying things. Until he becomes president and tries to make policy, don't give him much any credence. Listen to what he says, but don't give him your emotions. Also, on the other side, some people blindly following Bernie Sanders. Like, oh my god, he says things. Presidents, presidential candidates, Senate candidates, legislative candidates, they're rare, say a lot of things in politics. And if they're new, okay, we have a record of what Bernie has tried to do for the last 20 years. Sure, okay, so the stuff he says is backed up. I get it. But, we also had something that backed up with Obama, and there's a lot of things Obama said on the campaign trail that didn't happen. And there's a lot of things that Bush said, that he was governor of Texas, when he was governor of Texas, and he had stuff to back up what he said, but he still didn't do them, because there's a lot more involved in the presidential stuff than there is wishes. Wish in one hand, you can shit in the other. Which fills up first? Whatever you're into. So that's that. I have been talking for probably about 15 minutes now. Maybe only 10. But yeah, that's my little rant. Don't believe Trump. Don't get your emotions worked up over it. It's not even a year. Like, I'm going to have an entire football season before I give a fucking crap about politics for next November. My games will be done and over with, whether we make it to the championship or not. I will be 30. I will be able to be president by the time I vote for a oh shit. That's something to think about. Wow. I will catch you guys later. I have more thinking to do.